The answer is yes. It is now official. It has been confirmed that Jennifer Aniston is in a new relationship, and her fans couldn't be happier about it. It was on November 2nd that the actress made her Instagram presence official by posting a cute photo of herself hugging her boyfriend, Jim Curtis, in honor of his birthday. "My dearest birthday wishes to you." She wrote that she treasured it, and to tell you the truth, Jen appears to be absolutely radiant in the picture. Just my luck. It is wonderful to hear that, my goodness. However, Jim did not hold back either. His own tribute to Jen was written in the form of a letter, which read, "If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up." Next to photographs of the two of them together.
Jennifer Aniston just said happy birthday, my love, to her boyfriend, and it is my opinion that they are each other's forever. And I say this because I have met him and known him in a past life, but not because of tabloid fodder, because of you women who are single and want to meet someone and maybe haven't made great choices. That is alignment. She has been scrutinized by the media ad nauseum, which never happens to men, about men and multiple partners or exes. It happens to women. She can't hold a man, all that kind of scrutiny. And you know what? It's about alignment. It's about timing. And it's about when you're ready. And I think that that gives hope to all of you who are looking for a life partner, because I genuinely believe that in her 50s and his 50s too, they have found each other's forever. That's what I think. Only time will tell.
Why don't you try? That is the stuff of a romantic comedy done right there. I just got goosebumps. The fans have been able to pick up on hints about their relationship before, so this is not the first time at all. Back in September, Jim was present at the premiere of The Morning Show, which was the occasion where the two began their relationship in a subtle and unobtrusive manner. After a few weeks had passed, Jen posted a collection of photographs from her vacation that included him in a covert manner. Nevertheless, neither of them had made any public statements up until this point. This post on their birthday really feels like the moment they have been waiting for. On the basis of what we know about Jen and his background, he appears to be a truly remarkable individual. There is, however, a story of resilience hidden behind all of the love and smiles that are present. Jen Curtis, who is 50 years old, is not only Jen's new partner either. In addition to that, he is a hypnotherapist and a transformational coach, someone who assists others in discovering a sense of equilibrium and purpose in their lives. Moreover, he has personal experience with the concept of triumphing over obstacles. During the year 1995, Jim awoke one morning and found that he was unable to feel his left foot. In the beginning, he believed that it was nothing serious and that it was just a side effect of falling off his bike. But the numbness continued to spread, and before long, the doctors found lesions on his spinal cord after examining him. It was a defining moment that brought about a drastic transformation in his life. During the course of his treatment for his illness, Jim became acquainted with a communications professor by the name of Larry Rosenfield. Rosenfield instructed Jim in the practices of mindfulness and meditation, which would later come to define his philosophy. Jim claims that getting better at being present has assisted him in overcoming his tendency to let his illness dictate who he is. He goes so far as to pay tribute to the memory of his professor by performing a one-of-a-kilt meditation exercise in which two people scream while staring into each other's eyes. There is no doubt in Jim's mind that it is effective. In these current times, he is directing all of that energy toward assisting other people, and it is abundantly clear that Jen's affection has been won over by his serene and upbeat attitude. The most important factors that contribute to happiness are one's relationships. It is of the utmost significance to have people in your life who provide you with support and who assist you in developing as a person. Jennifer is reportedly very content and in a wonderful place with him, according to sources. To tell you the truth is evident after everything that she has been through. For as long as anyone can remember, Jennifer Aniston's private life has been watched closely, and she has been plagued by a single question for half a century: the reasons why she did not procreate. It is a subject that people simply cannot seem to let go of. At this very moment, the entire world is anticipating your pregnancy. This must be driving you completely insane. It's a funny joke, Moreover, what is it? As far as we are concerned, I am aware of a couple of months, so that will work out. However, Jennifer is beginning to rectify the situation at this very moment. The Friends star, who is 56 years old, recently gave an emotional interview to Harper's Bazaar UK in which she revealed the true story that lies behind those controversial headlines. She disclosed that she had been undergoing multiple rounds of in vitro fertilization, IVF, for a number of years, despite the fact that the world believed that she was overly preoccupied with her career or too self-centered to be a mother, dealing with heartbreak after heartbreak in a quiet manner. In front of the public, she appeared to be a woman who was committed to her career. However, behind the scenes, she was engaged in a deeply personal struggle that no one was aware of. They didn't know my story or what I'd been going through for the past 20 years, Jennifer said, pointing out that she never felt the need to share her private medical journey with the world. It was a very private journey. Being a mother, I need that stuff sort of resonate with you. Obviously it does. In fact, while I was in my 20s and 30s, as well as now, it has continued to resonate with me. It is something that will always strike a chord with me. And, it is a part of my sort of instinct. On the other hand, despite the fact that her struggles with fertility are deeply personal, the rumors continue to get under her skin. On the other hand, Jennifer elaborated, there comes a time when you can't avoid hearing it. The story about how I'm a workaholic and a selfish person, and therefore I will never have a family or a child because of these traits. Considering how painful that must have been for her, it is not difficult to understand. I was listening to all of those opinions while I was quietly going through such a difficult time. Additionally, the actress went back to her past, specifically focusing on her marriage to Brad Pitt. A statement that Jennifer made to The Guardian in 2004 indicated that she was prepared to begin a family. She said back then that you can work with the baby, you can work while pregnant, you can do all of it. Now that we get to enjoy the night and go to work, but that we can do it all. She said that we can do it all. We'll go to sleep when we're 80 years old. However, in spite of her expectations, the situation did not turn out that way. She even went through in vitro fertilization, IVF, while they were married, which is something that Aniston decided to talk about many years later. In 2022, the actress revealed her story to Allure in order to provide support to other women who were going through struggles that were comparable to her own. During that time period, I was acquainted with a large number of women who were coping with in vitro fertilization. During her explanation, Jennifer added that she wanted them to understand that they were not the only ones going through this. It is something that a great number of my friends have experienced, and they have struggled with fertility. There are times when people find themselves in a situation that is excruciating. In spite of the rumors that she did not want children, Jennifer admitted that she had tried everything, including drinking Chinese teas, in the hopes of achieving a miracle, but it was not meant to be. I would have done anything to avoid the situation if someone had told me, freeze your eggs, she advised. Do yourself a favor, and she meant it. The fact that she has finally come to terms with the fact that the ship has set sail brings her a sense of peace. Despite this, many people were curious about whether or not she had ever considered adopting a child. While appearing on the Armchair Expert podcast, Jennifer addressed that issue directly. I do not wish to adopt a child. I want a little person to have my own DNA in them. Without a doubt, that is the only one, regardless of whether or not it is selfish. And I desired it. Jennifer was forced to confront the fact that the journey was finally over when the doctors finally informed her that it was over. It is a very emotional experience, particularly in the moment when they say that's it, because there is a peculiar moment that occurs. The actress divulged one. On the other hand, Jennifer's life is progressing further, and it appears that she is discovering happiness in a new relationship. Who exactly is this Jim Curtis? There is no need to be concerned. If you are unfamiliar with the name, to say that he's a celebrity is inadequate. Jim is a practitioner of hypnotherapy and transformational coaching, and he has more than 550,000 followers on Instagram. His bio contains the following information. My mission is to help you heal and thrive by upgrading your I am. Additionally, he is the author of The Stimuli Experience, a self-help book that focuses on overcoming traumatic experiences as well as pain and setbacks. People who are ready to rebuild their lives with intention, clarity, joy, and power can participate in virtual group sessions that Curtis hosts in addition to his writing. Say it again after me. The realization of my dreams is already on its way to me. Because I am a magnet, I am certain that I am able to receive others. This is a little bit unexpected, isn't it? But it's possible that this is precisely what drew Jen in. A person who is close to Kelly has stated that he is very different from anyone else that she has dated in the past. And to tell you the truth, considering her previous romantic experiences, perhaps she is in need of something different. It would appear that Jim and Jen were introduced to one another by a friend of friends, and they initially just hung out together. At first, there was nothing romantic. After that, however, Aniston read one of his books and became a huge fan of his body of work. Once it reached that point, it naturally developed into something more. One person with knowledge of the situation claims that they have been seeing each other for a few months now and that they are having a good time and keeping things casual. According to one source, they are spending the majority of their time hanging out at Jen's house in Los Angeles, which, by the way, is supposed to be a very zen space. To tell you the truth, it seems like the ideal setting for something that is genuine, unhurried, and grounded with no Hollywood chaos involved. What are the characteristics of a fantastic date? Simply put, it's not complicated. Just be able to go to a great restaurant and have a great conversation. And I don't know if there's a beach that can be walked on. It would be wonderful. Now, I'd like to share some confidential information with you. Recently, Curtis was seen on a yacht in Morca with Jen and a few of her close friends, including Jason Bateman and his wife, Amanda Onka. Others in the group included Amanda Onka. In one of the photographs, he is seen rubbing her shoulders, and in another, it appears that the two of them are kissing. Not that I'm trying to imply that it's official, but come on, that's not just friendly energy. In addition, a fun fact is that, according to a source, Jen has already made his way into the inner circle of Jen, who is very close with her. If you know anything about her, you know that this is not an easy accomplishment. As a result of Jen's reputation for being extremely private, she maintains a very limited circle of friends whom she can rely on. The fact that Jen has been spending time with them is a significant indication of this. Even if we were in a different location, I would consider myself fortunate as long as the people I care about are in the same room together. At this point, Curtis appears to be a very considerate individual. He spends a lot of time on his Instagram account discussing topics such as personal development and maintaining healthy relationships. In one of his posts from the previous year, he expressed his belief that it is preferable to be by oneself rather than to be with the wrong person, and that the most important thing is to cultivate the appropriate kind of connection. It seems like something that Jen would absolutely fall in love with. When it comes to relationships, let us not forget that this woman has been through a lot of things in the face of public scrutiny. Jen is the person who has earned the opportunity to experience something genuine and joyful.